Well, hi again, and welcome to my third film, third video of analysis of Twelfth Night, moving into Act 2. It's tremendously exciting. I know that you're on the edge of your seats. A little bit of traditional music playing, but I won't continue with that too much, because obviously it would drown out my exciting voice. Talking of exciting, I hope you're appreciating the shirt, especially for party night. We'll come to that in a moment. But before we come to the party, let's see Sebastian at last. At last, we see the twin, who has also been shipwrecked and has found, rather like Viola and the captain, has found a companion to look after him. Uh, he's a gentleman. He needs looking after. This is rough terrain. These are possibly rough area. I mean, actually, Illyria apparently is famous for pirates. So Antonio is going to be perfect to look after Sebastian, and boy, does he look after him. So we're on the sea coast. I've written here a courteous conversation. This is courtly love. This is the ultimate in politeness and decorum. Um, you know, modern day audiences will want to see it as homoerotic. They will want to see a relationship between Sebastian and Antonio, and why not? If a modern day audience wants to do that, I mean, this is a play that plays around with gender all the time, and I don't see what's wrong with inventing or reinventing the text for today's age. Those of you who have to deal with context, well, you're also dealing with where we are with gender now in the 21st century, and how in this new world that we live in, we might approach Shakespeare's comedy, Shakespeare's gender bending comedy, as I've seen it described. Here we are, Antonio and Sebastian. Antonio clearly adores Sebastian and wants to protect him. Will you stay no longer, nor will you not that I go with you? Will you not, wish you not that I go with you? This is, we've also, I ought to say, there's an opportunity here. I've put mirroring opportunity. It's a mirroring scene with Viola and the sea captain, but there's also the possibility, especially at the end, of seeing both the twins on stage at the same time as one exits and one enters. No, says Sebastian, trying to be polite. No, I just don't want to trouble you. By your patience, by your leave, no. My stars shine darkly over me. He's had a bit of a bad time. He's lost his sister. He's had a shipwreck. And the malignancy of my fate, evil, the malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper. We've had that word already. Infect yours. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It were bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you. The ultimate in politeness, the ultimate in decorum. As I say, this is a courtly conversation. But where are you going, says Antonio. Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to do some random wandering, as I've written here. No sooth, sir, no, but in truth, sir, my determinate voyage, I don't have any determination to my voyage. There isn't any no determined course. It's mere extravagancy. I'm wandering aimlessly. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty, you will not extort from me what I'm willing to keep in. I'm trying to hide. Therefore it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio, my name is Sebastian, which I called Roderigo, possibly to protect himself. Again, he's a gentleman. To protect himself in this unknown land, he's given himself a false name, a disguise. Ooh, have we seen some disguise before? I think we have. My father, again, the importance of my father, my family. Viola did the same thing. I've heard my father mention him. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline. We see at the end of the play as well that the Viola and Sebastian compare this as an identifying feature. The Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He, again, famous. You've heard of him. Oh, I've heard of him, etc. Whom I know you've heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. I wish I died with my sister. So both have taken on a sort of disguise. But you, sir, altered that, for some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned. So like Viola, she presumes that Sebastian's dead, Sebastian presumes Viola's dead. Alas the day, says Antonio, ever supportive. A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. So I can't actually boast and say, yeah, she looked exactly like me and she was gorgeous. But you know, in a very polite way, again, I'm going to say that she's beautiful. Though I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that, yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not call fair. So she was beautiful on the outside, and she was beautiful on the inside as well. A mind that you could call fair, just like her fair looks. Again, inside and outside, appearance and reality. We're seeing all these themes again and again. If you just look out for them. She is drowned already with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more. We've heard about salt water, we've heard about tears, and here are some more. I'm beginning to weep for the loss of my sister. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been such a rubbish companion, such a rubbish guardian companion. No, says Sebastian. Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble. It's very difficult nowadays to have a conversation like this on the stage because it's fairly sickly. I mean, you have to keep reminding yourself. Yes, this is how gentlemen, being very polite, this is how they might have spoken. Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment. Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble. Nothing can hurt, nothing can be unfortunate, nothing can be unpleasant. I've messed up this. That should be one line. That should be prose. If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant, says Antonio. This is again, let me serve you. It's courtly love. Courtly love. It's if you Google it. I'm not going to go into the details now, but go back to the romances of medieval times and King Arthur and the knights and the knight guarding the damsel in distress, very chaste, everything to do with chastity. So you could say, well, it's wrong then to apply modern homosexual standards to this. But as I said earlier, it's there's no reason why modern viewers, readers, no reason why they shouldn't see it like that. If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered. Notice the hyperbole, the exaggeration here. You will kill me. You've recovered me. You've saved me. Then you'll kill me. Desire it not. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, doesn't really want to die. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother. Sexist. Women weep. I might weep like a girl, that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I mean, there's an example of 17th century, gender imbalance, if you like. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court, farewell. It's a very, very short scene. Possibly the best bit, the most important bit, is here where Antonio expresses this holy love. I put here almost religious adoration, or is it homoerotic? The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But, come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go. So he's going to put himself into danger. He's going to put himself at risk. Orsino's court is full of enemies from his past deeds. We'll find out about them later. But I don't care. I'm going to risk it all for Sebastian because I adore him so. And that sets up later scenes, of course. Now, very briefly, another very brief scene, but a very key scene, very crucial scene. This is the opportunity I've just written here. Twins seen together for a moment. An opportunity for Sebastian to be exiting one side and Viola to be coming on the other side of the stage. And for a moment they're together on the stage for the audience, not for each other, of course. And of course we know Malvolio has been sent after Viola. Hi thee, Malvolio. Take this ring, which he didn't leave behind, but, I want to give it to him. Oh, my goodness. So This is what I call, and probably many other people call, the ring speech. A wonderful soliloquy, one of Shakespeare's most famous soliloquies. Perfect if you're thinking of doing an audition or doing a speech for a competition. This is a perfect speech for you. First of all, Malvolio, were you not even now with Countess Olivia? Yes, says Viola, even now on a moderate pace. I have since arrived but hither. Often Malvolio's a bit out of breath because he's been trying to chase after Viola. So, yeah, I'm going very fast. You okay, mate? Well, says Grumpy, she returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so very, very sardonic and quite brusque in his tone. Put your lord into a desperate assurance. Make him certain. Make him absolutely certain that she does not want him. But you can come back and say how he takes it. I think she might suspect something already. Now, what's Viola going to say? Viola should say, what you're talking about, I never gave her a ring. She's making it up. No, she can't do that because she can't tell a servant that his mistress is a liar. So instantly, again, that quick wit comes into play, and she protects Olivia with her answer. She took the ring of me. Oh, none of it. Very quick. And Malvolio then, rather, as I put here, Malvolio exaggerates in word and action. Olivia called Cesario a peevish messenger, run after that same peevish messenger. And Malvolio seems to have elaborated on this slightly. Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it is that finds it. He throws it on the floor. Well, let's gloss this first, and then we'll have a read, if you don't mind. It starts with passion. Starts with how Olivia has obviously fallen passionately in love with Viola. She works that out. Soliloquy goes immediately to verse. We've had prose there. We're going immediately to verse. Charmed, enchanted, a magic charm. Methought her eyes had lost her tongue. Well, she does talk. Olivia does talk about the eyes, and about how the visible stealth crept in at her eyes. Remember, did speak and starts distractedly. Well, that's an odd one. Shakespeare sort of twisting our memory here. We saw Olivia speaking in starts distractedly, but really only when Viola had left. But we'll forgive you, Will. There's passion again. Why he sent her none. It's Olivia who says, "I'll none of it" to Malvolio. So again, she doesn't know these words, but as I say, we let Shakespeare off for this. Disguise out of wickedness with it, wearing the pregnant enemy. The pregnant enemy is the devil, who disguised as a serpent. Pregnant, I always used to think was like full of tricks. Pregnant, full, and this is unusually a sort of a moral analysis of disguise. Disguise, I see thou art of wickedness. There's an actual analysis of what disguise can be. My favourite bit. I'm going to come back to that waxen hearts. My favourite bit in the speech. One of my favourite bits of Shakespeare ever. But notice these. I've highlighted here the third person our frailty. We. She is the instigator, and yet she sympathises with the victim. She's caused this, but she sympathises as a woman with the victims. You'll see that in a moment. How will this fadge? How will this work out? Fond, dotes. I'm a monster. I poor monster. I'm a monster because I'm half man, half woman. My state is desperate. Yeah, I'm in a right mess. I am desperate. And again, note the tone of sympathy here. Oh, shall pour what thriftless sighs. There's a one up here as well. I didn't comment on. I don't think. Oh no, I can't find it. But I will see it. I'll see it the moment I read it. Fortune forbid, perhaps. What means this lady? I thought there was an alas in here. Okay, right, I'm going to stop waffling. Right, let's try and read this then. Great speech, as I say. I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts, distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise. I see thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. Oh, what will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day. What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Time, thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard a knot for me to untie. Rhyming couplet, end of the scene. There's the reference to time, and rather like Olivia. There was the poor lady. There was the sympathy I was looking for. Poor lady, she would better love a dream, and also further down, now alas the day. How could I miss that? Lots of sympathy for Olivia. Lots of, again, that kinship that she feels for Olivia. Her eyes had lost her tongue. Yeah, we talked about that. I thought her eyes had lost her tongue. She didn't seem to be concentrating. She made good view of me. She was looking, and here's our theme. Fortune forbid at my outside have not charmed her. Appearance, reality, what's on the outside, what's on the inside. Said it so many times now. You can't miss it. She's fallen in love with my outside because, of course, I'm a woman inside. Churlish messenger, that's Malvolio. Oh, yes, he's churlish. I am the man. Lovely line. Four syllables. I am the man. Just beautifully summing up her predicament. Because, of course, she isn't. And I'm the man that she's fallen in love with. Those of you who've seen the wonderful film, the football film, She's the Man, it's pretty well where that title comes from. And look at the way Shakespeare makes this an internal monologue. Look at the way it's all broken up. What means this lady? Look at the questions. Look at the broken lines. The caesura here. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much. It's these are thoughts. This is why Shakespeare is so amazing. She loves me, sure. Oh, the cunning of her passion. You see how it all. And if it be so, as 'tis. Yeah, you can see her brain. You can see her brain whizzing around this predicament that she's in. And, as I say, an analysis of disguise. You're evil because you're not true. It's a lie. It's deception. And so you are wicked. It's my disguise that is wicked. You've done this. The pregnant enemy, as I say, like the devil. Here's another one. Here's a really good one. The proper false. They're false inside, but they look proper on the outside. The proper false. It's an oxymoron, isn't it? And it sums up in those two words the appearance and reality theme. And of course, my favourite. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Why do I love that? those of you who've been taught by me who might be watching this again, that is one of the most exceptional moments of genius in Shakespeare. What is she holding in her hand? She's holding a ring. What did they use to imprint their identity on wax? A ring. It's just like incredible, absolutely incredible. A signet ring, signet ring. It might have a coat of arms or some sort of symbol on it, and they they melt the wax onto an envelope, a letter, not an envelope, a piece of parchment or whatever, and then they imprint. What is the line here? In women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Just genius, more than genius, beyond genius. And she identifies with women. Our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made. She sympathises with the victims, and yet she's the perpetrator. She's the perpetrator of this. She's made Olivia feel like this. So how will this fadge? How will this work out? Again, internal monologue. How will this fadge? How am I going to... Let's just talk through this. Master loves to... I don't know. She mistaken sister... Oh my God, what will become of this? Okay, so it's just beautifully balanced. And again, broken line here, as I am woman. Now, alas the day, what thriftless sighs, thriftless, empty, pointless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe. I'll leave it to time. I can't untie this. Like a Gordian knot, again, another Greek myth. That I can't untie this absolute mess that I seem to have caused. Party time. Party time. It's the middle of the night all of a sudden. Imagine it's the middle of the night. I should shut the blinds and reduce it to darkness. I know I wax lyrical about this play a lot. This is a brilliant scene. This is a scene that scene 3. It moves from melancholy, from a quiet opening to complete cacophony in the middle, and then down again at the end. It's a beautifully judged scene, and of course it's very important. But we're it's the middle of the night. Imagine Sir Toby and Sir Andrew crashing back into the house, having been out drinking all night. I'm quite sure that none of you have ever done that. But here we are, the lads, and Festy turns up as well in a minute. Sir Andrew, not to be in bed after midnight, to be up betimes, and deliculo surgere, thou knowest. Deliculo surgere is to do with rising early, not to be in bed after midnight. Well, if we go to bed or if we stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning, we're up early. Therefore, we're doing the right thing. Fantastic. What a great idea. I wish I'd thought of that. And, oh, well, nay, by my troth, I know not, but I know to be up late is to be up late. He hasn't got a clue what's going on, as usual. Doesn't understand the Latin, doesn't understand what Toby's talking about. They're both drunk, this is chaos. Nope, false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. I would need my drink filled. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes, early in other words. Does not our life consist of the 4 elements? We're back to the humours. Definitely worth Googling and investigating the medieval humours. I'm not going to go into the detail now. Maybe a contrast here of Toby, the sanguine, bloody Toby, with the rather melancholy, wet Andrew. Oh, faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking. Life, again, intelligent question, life, 4 elements. Nope, eating and drinking, says Sir Andrew, which is actually, in terms of carpe diem, in terms of, seize the day, in terms of the good life, we're going to have that mentioned in a minute, Toby quite likes this idea. Oh, thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink, Marian, I say. A stoup of wine. Bring me more wine. A stoup, a quantity, please. And in comes Festy. Oh, here comes the Fooly Faith. And this is a reference to a sign called We Three, 2 asses, and the viewer is the third. So therefore implying that he is also an ass. Doesn't really work nowadays, but it's how now my heart said you would never see the picture of We Three. Welcome, ass, says Sir Toby. Andrew, of course, hasn't got a clue. Now let's have a catch. A catch is a round. Like London Bridge, London's burning. Sorry, London's burning. Goes round. Somebody starts, somebody joins in, and it goes round and round and round and round. And when I'm teaching this in class, I divide the class up into three, and they you start, you now, until it rises and rises and rises to complete and utter chaos and cacophony, as I say. So Toby wants a catch, but first of all, Sir Andrew has to talk to Festy about this amazing philosophy that he came out with last night. I mean, look at it. You can tell he's heard some intelligent stuff. By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast for singing. I had rather than 40 shillings. Notice Andrew often makes comparisons with money. I had such a leg and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. In sooth, thou wast in very gracious fooling last night, when thou spokest of Pigrogometus and of the Vapians, passing the equinoctial of Quibus. 'Twas very good, i' faith. I sent thee sixpence for thy lemon. Hadst it? Your lemon, it's slightly, as I've written there, a slightly old word for a lover. In his cups, whilst drunk, he has vague memory of some nonsense that Festy was feeding him, and he just thinks it's all amazing. And look how Festy answers. Well, yes, I did in petticoats thy gratillity, for Malvolio's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the myrmidons are no bottle ale houses. Obviously, you all know what that means, just as Sir Andrew does. My lady has a white hand, perhaps Olivia. Oh, excellent, excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song. Come on, there's this sixpence free, let's have a song. Oh, and there's a testrel of me too. If one night go... Always copies, especially in this scene. You see how Andrew follows Toby's words time and time and time again because he has no mind of his own. Poor Andrew. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Would you have a love song or a song of good life? Here is the moment where Sir Andrew proves he really proves he hasn't got a clue. A love song, a love song. I care not for good life. Andrew thinks good life means being virtuous, being holy. He doesn't understand that the good life is la dolce vita, is the life of drinking and eating and song and dance. He doesn't know that, and so he's got this wrong as well, but it doesn't matter because Toby wants a love song. I'm not going to sing. I wish I'd learnt the tune. There is a tune, but the language is enough. Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journeys end in lovers meeting, every wise man's son doth know. Every wise man's son doth know. Wise men apparently proverbially have foolish children. Trip no further, don't go any further. Now, if this is a lilting, melancholy, soft song, it's a beautiful opening to the scene. You just listen to journey's end in lovers meeting, every wise man's son doth know, and Andrew, it's excellent, good faith, and Sir Toby is good. It's that chilled out time. You just got back from the pub. You're sitting with a sort of maybe a glass of port or whatever is your tipple, and you're just like bit of chilling. While we put some chill out tunes on. Put the playlist on Spotify. What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's the stuff will not endure. Oh, says Sir Andrew, mellifluous voice, honey-like, as I am a true knight. Contagious breath, says Sir Toby. Very sweet and contagious, i' faith, copying him again. Here by the nose, 'tis dulcet in contagion. And there, we stop there. That's the end of the chill out moment. I've seen that done with sort of, with Sir Toby emotional, blowing his nose. Here by the nose, 'tis dulcet in contagion. There's a mix of senses here, as I've written there: smell and sound, sweet and contagious breath. You smell the breath, or is it a reference to the plague? That sort of suggests that his answer is nonsense. Of course, does when Toby says contagious breath, does he mean it's a catchy tune? But mellifluous, honey-like, beautiful from the Greek. But let's look at this. I've done this enough time. If you've been following these videos, you'll know. What is loved is not hereafter. Present mirth, present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure. What does that fit with? Of course, carpe diem. Kiss me now, sweet and 20. Youth will not endure. Beauty's a flower, remember. Present mirth, of present laughter. We need to laugh now. We need mirth now. Because we don't know what's to come, we could die tomorrow. What's to come is still unsure. Okay, so we are completely and utterly back in the world of Carpe Diem as Toby and Andrew and Festi party. And boy, are they going to party. Because Toby changes the tone completely right on that word there. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we make the sky dance? Make the heavens dance? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that? A man apparently is made up of 3 souls woven together. Sure, but don't worry about it. A catch, a round. Oh, and you love me, let's do it. I'm a dogger to catch. Sorry, no, wrong voice. By Our Lady, sir, and some dogs will catch well. Oh, most certain, let our catch be thou knave. Okay, so this is a bit of a silly song. Why not? Hold thy peace, thou knave. So it's basically saying, it's an insulting song. It's basically saying, shut up, you're a knave, you're a villain. Okay, so you and if it's sung in a round, you're going to be singing it to everybody else. You're going to say "shut up," but then again, they're going to sing. So that's a bit of a joke there. Hold thy peace. I can't. I mean, look. In fact, Festi does that joke now. Let's sing "Thou Knave." Festi says, "Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave knight. I'm going to have to call you a villain. I'm going to have to call you a knave." "Oh," says Sir Andrew, "'tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave." Lots of people call me a villain. You're confused again, Andrew. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace. Well, I shall never begin if I hold my peace. Oh, that's good, Ifaith. It's a joke, and Andrew actually gets that one. So, good Ifaith, come begin again. So, usually I sort of make it up as hold thy peace, I prithee, hold thy peace, thou knave. And so it's hold thy peace, I hold thy peace, I prithee, thou knave. It goes round and 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 up until they're so loud that they have to be overcome by Maria screeching at the top of her voice, "What a caterwauling do you keep here? My lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors. Never trust me." For goodness sake, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. She's asleep. She's supposed to be in mourning, remember? Yeah, they don't know about Cesario. They don't know how she's changed in her head. Malvolio's a grumpy old so-and-so. You're going to wake the whole household, and you're going to be in big trouble. Okay? So, but Toby couldn't care less. Toby could not care less. My lady's a Cattian, we are politicians. Possibly she's a liar. Does she exaggerate? Apparently those of Cathay seem to exaggerate. We are politicians, that's an insult. Excuse me. Too much singing. Malvolio's a Pegger Ramsey. Drunken abuse doesn't really mean much. It's all nonsense. And Tilly Valley means nonsense as well. And he can't stop singing. He's not going to stop now. He's not going to calm down. Malvolio's a Pegger Ramsey. 3 merry men be we. Am not I consanguineous? I'm of her blood. Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley. Lady. Is that to Maria? Lady. Or is it, my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio, or lady. And another song, there dwelt a man in Babylon, lady, lady. More singing. Some of these have moved, haven't they? So politicians are schemers. We are schemers. Well, they soon will be schemers. Consanguineous, he explains. And there dwelt a man in Babylon, lady, lady. That is about a loose woman. Quite a lot of the songs in this scene are about loose women or inappropriate conduct. Rather like Pegger Ramsey as well. I've got that there. Malvolio's a Pegger Ramsey, a loose woman. Malvolio's a loose woman. Well, later he's a Jezebel. We'll see that. Toby's off on one. Toby's not going to stop. Sir Andrew and Feste sort of back off a little bit and watch this, and they sort of confer together in the corner. Beshrew me, the knight's in admirable fooling, says Feste. Oh, yes, he does well enough, if he be disposed. So do I too. He does it with a better grace. I do it more natural. Remember what natural means. Natural means fool. I do it foolishly. But, notice how Andrew, well, yes, he's all right, but, I do too. I do too. I'm exactly the same. So do I too. And off we go with on the 12th day of December. Now, often that's just the 12th day of 12 days of Christmas on the stage. It could be a misquote for that. Also a reference, of course, to Twelfth Night, and I will come back to the title of the plays. It's very important in terms of the revels and so on. Could be misquoted because Toby is drunk. He's just getting the words wrong. And off they go. This needs the others to join in. So Toby, the 12 days of Christmas, I really love it. And then the others join in. More noise until Maria screeches again, "For the love of God, peace!" Because Malvolio's at the door. It's a beautiful moment of drama. Often you see Andrew got his back to the door and carries on and looks really stupid. It's one of those classic moments of the looming baddie at the door. And here he is. Apparently tinkers were noisy and drunken by reputation. Okay, there you go. My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an ale-house of my lady's house, that ye squeak out your cosier's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you? Cosier, cobbler, again, another apparently person who sings while they work, rather like a tinker, noisy and drunken by reputation. You're turning the place into an ale house, and again, I've had it so many times. You're not respecting the time of night. But Toby takes it a different way, taking a word and twisting its meaning or finding a different meaning. We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Sneg up. We kept good time in our music, and that's what's important. Our time, the time that we kept, the 3/4 or whatever it is, the time, or what they call it, register. No, the time, can't remember. And yes, we did keep time, sir. Sneck up, go hang. Sneck up, go hang. So Toby, I must be round with you. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean he suddenly turns into a ball. Forward, I must be quite blunt with you. Signature, that's the word I wanted. Time signature, thank you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbours you as her kinsman, I don't think she said this, I think he's behaving above his station now. She's nothing allied to your disorders. We saw him behave above his station with Violet, remember? If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanours, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell. Now, is Malvolio dressed in a plain black costume again? Is he in a dressing gown? Does he look slightly ridiculous because it's the middle of the night? Probably. Does he have a silly hat on? Again, in the Trevor Nunn film, if you've seen it, Melda Staunton as Maria sort of glances down at Malvolio's ankles and sees yellow stockings already there, which is quite a nice little touch. So, yeah, as I've written here, this is unlikely to be true. This is Malvolio way above his station. But note the way the tone works. So dry, so strict. Bid you farewell. What does Toby do? Sings, of course. Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone. Traditional ballad is being adapted by Festi and Sotobi um, into a dialogue. Okay, farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone. Maria, no, nay, good Sir Toby, calm it down. His eyes do show his days are almost done. Is't even so, says Malvolio, unmoved. But I will never die. Sir Toby, there you lie. Does Toby fall down? I will never die. Does he fall down on the floor? There you lie, says Festi. You're lying on the ground. Or is he lying? I will never die. You're lying. It's a little comic, but the point is we've got this juxtaposition of singing, Maria trying to calm them down, and Malvolio completely dry and humourless as he watches. Shall I bid him go? What and if you do? Shall I bid him go and spare not? Oh no 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 no! You dare not. Okay, so just made up a tune there. Sorry about that, but you can see this sort of ist even so. I see. So that's how it's going to be. And Maria, nay, good Sir Tony, calm down. And again, oh, this is much credit to you. This isn't helping, really, is it? This is the teacher coming into the room and with the naughty schoolgirls who got the giggles and can't stop. And we've got mixed into this. We've got alcohol. So not they hate Malvolio. He is the polar opposite of them in terms of mood, in terms of approach to life, and they're not going to listen to him at all. And here we come to, yes, it's highlighted. Here we come to another very, very famous line, another very, very important line. Toby does suddenly get serious. He does turn to Malvolio and almost threatens him. Out of tune, sir. Out of tune, sir. You lie. Art any more than a steward. Who are you? You're a steward. I am Sir Toby Belch. I am related to your mistress. So how dare you? Dost thou think because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale? And the clown and Festi joins in with, yes, by St. Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too. Now, back to Carpe Diem. Dost thou think because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale? Just because you want to be holy, just because you want to be well behaved, that doesn't mean that we have to take all fun out of life. Okay? So we need to have a joke as well. We need cakes and ale. We need to drink. We need to eat. We need festivity. We need fun. And ginger was used to spice drinks, or you just eat ginger as a hot spice. It should be hot in the mouth. So, fiery food. These are Catholic references. So, again, with the context, this is, with Malvolio as the Puritan, we're thinking about Anglo-Catholic, the high church, what we call high church or Anglican, high Anglican church, almost into Catholic. And this is key to the history of the time. But as I say, I will go back to that later when I talk about context in detail. Thou art in the right. Now go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria. Second time he's called for wine. It's quite a joke if he actually never gets any. But rub your chain with crumbs. Apparently you could polish things with breadcrumbs. But rub your chain. Your steward's chain. Now, if he's coming in a sort of, a dressing gown or whatever, but still wearing his steward's chain, his chain of office around, how pompous is that going to look? But rub your chain is reminding him, his chain of office, his steward's chain of office is reminding him of his station. The class is important in this play. Go rub your chain with crumbs. What can Malvolio do? He can't do any more to Sir Toby. So he turns to Maria, because he can say stuff to Maria. Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favour at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it. by this hand. Again, I've seen performances where he's taken a bottle from somebody, and I'll know of it by this hand. And uncivil. I said before, improper, propriety, good behaviour, decorum. Uncivil, says Malvolio. Only when he's left does Maria call him an ass. Go shake your ears. Okay? You're a donkey, you're an ass. Oh, says Sir Andrew, who's suddenly very brave. I think he's completely silent, isn't he, while Malvolio's there? Yes, I think he is. Yeah. But now when he's gone, he speaks. Oh, and of course he's ready to fight. 'Twere as good a deed as to drink when a man's hungry. To challenge him drink when a man's hungry. So, okay, thanks, Sir Andrew. To challenge him in the field and then to break promise with him and make a fool. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? Challenge him to a duel and then run away. That would be that will make a fool of him, won't it? Yeah. Anyway, do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thine indignation to him by word of mouth. This could be hilarious, and of course it will be, but not with Malvolio. I put him Monsieur. He calls him for Monsieur Malvolio, the mocking his pretensions, very pretentious title. No, Maria's got an idea. Again, Maria, clever, plotting, scheming. It's all her idea. How interesting that is, that Shakespeare, is able to make these powerful women in this play, Olivia, Viola, Maria. Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with thy lady, she is much out of quiet. She spotted that as well. She spotted that Olivia's all upset or all sort of disquieted by the presence of Cesario. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word, put here nay word, the epitome of stupidity, and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it. I'm going to gull him. Gull, like you would know from the word gullible. I'm going to make him a fool. I'm going to make him the butt of our jokes. Okay, oh, possess us. Tell us something of him. What's he like? You know about him? Well, marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan. A kind of Puritan. Not necessarily a Puritan, doesn't have to be taken literally, can just be somebody who is of that ilk, who is, strict in his morals, no humour, dresses soberly, and so on. So don't take it too literally, but a kind of Puritan, that does matter. Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog, said Sir Andrew. For being a Puritan, thy exquisite reason, dear knight. Well, I've got no exquisite reason for it, but I've reason good enough. Again, as usual, possibly doesn't understand the word exquisite, doesn't understand what's going on. No, says Maria, the devil a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time-pleaser, an affectioned ass, that cons state without book, and utters it by great swarths, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him, and on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work. She's got it all in her head already. She knows what she's going to do. Devil a Puritan, the devil a Puritan. That's why I say don't take it too literally, because the devil a Puritan, whatever he is, that undermines some of the seriousness there of he's a Puritan. He's a time pleaser. He's affection. He's affected. He's pretending to be other than he is. He's affected. Again, we're back to appearance and reality. He learns pompous stuff, cons state without book, learns pompous things so that he can recite them in conversation and seem to be intelligent. And he loves himself, so persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that he believes that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work. She's got it all planned. Her revenge will be based on the fact that he is so full of self-love. Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, said Olivia. Well, he certainly is, and we're going to see that in a couple of scenes from now. What's the idea, sister? What wilt thou do? I will drop in his way some obscure epistles, letters, It's plural here. It only ends up being one. Wherein by the colour of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the gait is the way you walk, the expression of his eye, forehead, complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write, very like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands. Our hands, our handwriting. It's almost exactly the same. Oh, says Toby. Excellent. I smell a device. Oh, I have it in my nose too. He shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece, and she's in love with him. My purpose is indeed a horse of that colour. And your horse now would make him an ass? Ass, I doubt not. As I doubt not. Okay, there's a pun going on there. Notice, Sir Andrew, following Sir Toby. I smell, I have it in my nose. Toby works it out. Maria, a horse of that colour indeed. And Sir Andrew trying to be clever, make him an ass. And Maria being horrible to him, as I doubt not. Ass, I doubt not. Oh, 'twill be admirable. Sport royal, like hunting. Back to hunting. I warrant you. I know my physic will work with him. I'll plant you two, and let the fool make a third. Interesting point here. What happens to Feste at the end of this scene? No idea. Disappears, falls asleep. Some people have him fall asleep in the corner. There's no reason for him to exit. Don't know why he goes quiet. Anyway, he's invited along. He doesn't turn up. Fabian comes instead, but still. Where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. Observe how he works it all out. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell. And off she goes. Toby loves her. Good night, Penthesilea. Queen of the Amazons. Although, of course, Maria's quite small, but still, she's a fine woman. Oh, before me, she's a good wench. She's a beagle. True, a beagle is a hunting dog. Again, hunting, but it's quite a small dog too. Maria's small. Oh, she's a beagle, true bred. And one that adores me. What of that? I was adored once, too. Love that line. Absolutely love it. Beautifully, beautifully judged. One that adores me, what of that? You know, I'm used to it. Everybody adores me. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm so gorgeous. But poor Andrew. I was adored once. Somebody loved me once. Oh, heart bleeds for the poor man, even though he's a bit of a plonker. You remember I said to you at the beginning of the scene, this is a scene that begins quietly, rises to a climax, to a cacophony, and then sinks beautifully down once, good night, Penthesilea, once she's gone. One that adores me, what of that? I was adored. The whole thing slows right down here. That's to bed night. I'd need send for more money. If I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out. Send for money night. Thou hast not at the end call me cut. If I do not, never trust me, take it how you will. Come. I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come night. And off they go arm in arm, feeling probably slightly the worse for wear. They're going to have a hell of a hangover in the morning. Well, it's already morning. Recover your niece, recover my money. I need to recover the money that I'm spending on this trip. I need to marry Olivia to recoup some of that money. Money again for Sir Andrew, but of course money for Toby too. Send for more. Spend some more on me, please. I need more drink. Call me cut. Castrated horse. Also a very, very rude word that we won't discuss. And never trust me. Take it how I will, says Sir Andrew. But it's gonna let's go and, as I put here, sherry, white Spanish wine, warmed up with added spice. Let's go and burn. Let's go and warm up some sack, some sherry. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Lovely, off the two drunkards, wandering off arm in arm into the night, and off to more drink. Just a beautiful scene, a miraculously created scene, miraculously shaped scene, work of genius. We move on to scene 4, sort of the morning after, in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to taking you on to more excitement in the next one. Bye bye.